Headphone users on YouTube, I recommend taking headphones.
That's what it is.
Hello, Serpent Reality, and welcome back to another episode of Impulse. Tonight, it is time for us to crown a winner. Will it be Troy or will it be Tim? Let's start off the night right by playing our intro, shall we?
We shall.
We really shall.
Adrenaline, the fire I breathe is where I live. Incredible, an animal, one life to live. I never give up, I never give in. Some people wanna turn and run, but the strong rise under the gun. Top to the top, ain't never gonna stop. To the top, ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me. Go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary. Fly high, or will I fall? Legends made when faith is strong. No time to bleed, I'm conquering. Roll on my life, I'm pushing the pain, I'm up on the prize. Some people wanna turn and run, but the strong rise under the gun. Top to the top, ain't never gonna stop. To the top, ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me. Go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary.
Really quick, we got to figure out who iPhone is before we start, and then we will begin. Hello, who are you? Oh, it's Ashton! Putting you in the waiting room. We'll see you in a second. Wait, what's her jury number? Number 8. Period. Oh, period. Oh. Now, I'm proud of this ghost. These ghosts. All right, it is time to welcome back everybody. Literally, everybody. Advance. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do this song. Welcoming back our pre-jury. Welcoming back our pre-jury. Brad. Marvin. Gibby. And Liz.
Here we go.
Next up, welcoming back our jury. Haley.
like to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever, come hang.
Kristen.
Out with a bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due. Do my
David.
best to begin with a 1 or a 2. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to
Cordell.
Metronome.
man, I'm up to something. Ooh-dee-la-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the
Gigi.
show, cause it's on a budget. So ooh-dee-la-dee-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your
Ashton.
face on, everybody pretend you know this.
Alyssa.
Everybody come hang. Let's
And
go out with
Darcy.
a bang.
Finally, welcoming back the two that made it to the end. Welcoming our finalists, Troy. And last, but certainly not least, welcoming back to the stage, Tim.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the reunion of Impulse Gen 2 Season 5 Legends. So, really quick, just a quick little rules of the Zoom tonight. If you're not a finalist and you are a jury member or a pre-jury member, you must be off camera at all times unless you are doing your jury segment. We want the finalists to have the spotlight at all times as well. I guess we could say they're better than you, because I mean, kind of not. Anyways,
That just lets me eat, so I don't really care.
so really quick, we want to say thank you to everyone that is here tonight. We know it's very rough to be on a Zoom at 9 o'clock at night. Well, 9 EST anyway. But we love you all. We appreciate you all for being here. And we are so very excited to crown a winner to this amazing season. So a lot of things happened this season, and it is now the job of Tim and Troy to take you along their journey in this game for one of you or one of them to end up reigning the legend. So we will start with opening speeches. Tonight, for opening speeches, each finalist will have 3 minutes to open the stage and give you a little preview about their game. And in a randomized order, I'm not reading off a script, mind your business. In a randomized order, Tim and Troy have been placed on a randomizer. The order will go Troy and Tim for opening speeches. For closing speeches, it will be reversed, therefore meaning Tim, then Troy. Are there any questions, Troy or Tim, as to your speech?
No.
All right. Again, you will have 3 minutes. When I tell you to go, you will go. I'm going to double check before I let you speak, just to make sure you are ready. So, Troy, are you good?
Yeah.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I'm not the best with my words, but I wrote a little something. Okay. Oh my god, hi everyone. I'm so happy that I got to play with you all of you. Not only the jury, but the pre-jury as well. As to why I believe you should vote for me to win. I was extremely loyal this season. Again, everyone I work closely with made it very far in the game. I played the very best game I could, surviving it all the way to the end without ever being nominated. And I think I played a very solid under the radar game. I would always state my opinion in the groups as to who I would nominate and help make the plans almost every time I wanted to make happened. As we know, I am not the greatest at challenges, which might make me more of an underdog that But honestly, I think that helps me more with my position because I wasn't like making people mad at me. So I was chilling. Uh, I tried my best to connect with everyone despite my extremely rocky home life, like oh jump scare. I always put on a happy face and have fun with you all. I'm gonna close this by saying I love you all, no matter what. I just hope you choose me. Thank you. Okay, I'm done. Ooh.
All right, Troy has delivered his opening speech, and now it's time for Tim. Tim, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, you may start.
All right, so I'm gonna try to keep this short and simple and kind of leave it to like the jury questioning for me to explain my game, but I'll kind of just give like an overview of it. So like coming into this game, I really didn't know what to expect because on my OG season, I was first boot and I really didn't get to have the impulse experience like most of you had previously. And then when the game started, one thing I wanted to do was sit back and watch and play under the radar so I can see how people who did very well in their seasons, how they played, so I can incorporate it into my own strategy. For example, two people that I really watched were David and Kaylee because they won. And one thing that I noticed is that they were very social and very well liked. So to explain the pre-jury, there's not really much in the pre-jury because it was for the most part inactive votes and it was unanimous votes. But one thing I had a hand in is playing my advantage to get Marvin flatlined. And also during this pre-jury phase, I had two alliances that I was very true to. It was the Robros, which was me, Troy, and David. And then it was kind of a Gen 2 alliance, which was me, Troy, David, Ashton, Kaylee, and Cordell. And then as we kept going and we got close to the jury phase, I quickly realized it was going to be a Gen 1 versus Gen 2 kind of season just based off of voting patterns and who people were voting with. So my alliance during the jury was the one with me, Troy, David, Ashton, Kaylee, and Cordell, I believe. Yep. And we basically got all the Gen 1 out before we came after each other. And then it was kind of the finale. And then it was everyone in that alliance minus Cordell, and we had Gigi and Melissa, and we all kind of agreed to get Gigi and Melissa out before we picked ourselves off. And then during the season, I also hid my challenge abilities because I noticed that people were targeting people because they were good at challenges, and I didn't want to be a person to get targeted. So if you noticed at the end of the season, I started winning more challenges because it got more crucial to win them and secure my safety. And with those last 3 challenge wins, I think it really helped my game. I'm really sorry for the people that kind of backstabbed, but I basically did it because I feel like you guys definitely did play a better game than me. And then one thing I think a finalist should accept and say is their flaws, and mine was definitely my social game. I'm human. I definitely wasn't the most active person. I tried to do my best, and yeah, that's my opening speech.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Troy. Now, hello, jury. This is your time to shine. We will start with the latest juror, which tonight it looks like it's going to be Cordell. For jury questioning, the way it'll work tonight is each juror will have 5 minutes to ask questions, make comments, or remarks about the game. You may not make any personal comments. Of course, you can always make game-related comments. But yeah, you'll have 5 minutes. That does include the time it takes each finalist to answer the question, just so you know, to be aware of your time restraints. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I need to say. It'll go Cordell, Tristan. Sorry, I have to look at numbers. We all know I wasn't a numbers boy. Gianna, Kaylee, David, and then Ashton. Looks right. So, all right, Cordell, you will start the scene. Also, don't forget the award for best jury segment is up for grabs. So impress me. Anyways, go ahead.
Alrighty, well, I want to say congrats to you two for making it here. Especially with last night, I didn't have a lot of time to think of a lot of questions, but I do have one for each of you. And I will start with, we'll say Tim first. Tim, you say that you were true to the Gen 2 Alliance, but I actually feel like that was not fully true because I was later invited into the Gen 2 Alliance as a second Gen 2 Alliance. So please explain where your loyalty came from with that alliance that I was supposedly in.
So I was really loyal to that alliance, but that vote where I think you voted for, was it Melissa or it was Gigi? It was one of them too. And
Actually, it was David.
it was Oh, you voted for David?
Yep.
See, yeah, that's where I kind of was like, I don't know if Cordell was with us fully because there's been talks where you were getting close with the Gen 1 people, and then when you tried to like lie about it, saying you promised you didn't do it and you'd swear on God and stuff, I just was like, I can't trust you. So then I had to get you out because I didn't know exactly where your loyalties lied.
Wait, that partly answers my question, but doesn't fully answer my question because all of that happened after the second Gen 2 Alliance was created and had nothing to do with where your loyalties really went with the first Gen 1 Alliance because there was already mistrust beforehand.
Oh, so are you talking about like the
Like
alliance?
before you actually invited me into the alliance. And do keep in mind that I have people in this game who were feeding me information at all times.
Oh yeah, I know that. So everyone has like a preconceived like notion about them. And from what I heard, you were very good socially. You like to talk around. And I just didn't know how much I could trust you. I really only invited you because we needed, I think, Marvin out. We needed the votes to get Marvin out. So I guess that's really why. I never like 100% trusted you.
All right. And now to Troy. While surviving is a big key factor in this game, you did very well at surviving. You never went up on the block. But also strategy does need to come and play a little bit. You say you played under the radar. That's part of your strategy. Please explain the other half of your strategy that I know you had something going on.
Well, wait. So a lot of the time I didn't want like I was trying to like plant little seeds instead of me fully going out and doing stuff. So it wouldn't come back and bite me in that butt if it failed. But a lot of the time I would like throw the people I wanted to be nominated up and then it would like help them get the people up instead of like me actively going and nominating them. I would just like give them the people I would want to nominate. And it was kind of just like, because I'm not good at challenges. We all know that. So it's kind of like I need to do stuff behind the scenes to try to get what I want, which I think I did pretty good. I made it here. I'm really happy about it. I don't know if that answered your question. I'm sorry.
It kind of does. I mean, it's enough for now. Honestly, like I said, congrats again to both of you two for being here. You deserve it because no matter how my game was, falling into the jury system, you both did something and that you should be proud of because you accomplished being where all of us in the jury and even in the pre-jury definitely want it to be this season.
Troy's so cute.
Really quick before we move on to the next juror, this question arose earlier in the week, and we want to make the answer public. This jury could very easily tie. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying I know that it is. But if it does, in the event that it does, to answer the question of what we will do in the event of the tie, we will try to start with the first pre-juror or the most recent pre-juror, so Marvin, and then if we can't get a hold of Marvin, then we'll continue down the line until we get an answer from a pre-juror with a vote. Right now, because Brad is the only pre-juror on the call, he would take priority simply because he's going to be here for final speeches, and that is kind of just a blanket rule for everything. So that answers that question. Moving on from that, right into Tristan's jury segment. Tristan, are you ready?
Yes, Sean, I am.
All right, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, gentlemen. Hello, and congrats on making the final two. It's always impressive to make it to the end, but I'm gonna be honest. I've got a dilemma. I have no idea on who I'm voting for because out of the people that I played with, I didn't really connect as much as I wanted to with you guys, which I will admit that is entirely my fault. You know, my inactivity, if you will, was the reason why I was voted out the first time. So I tried to see if I can do a little bit better. Didn't really do a good job of that, but with all sincerity though, you guys did a great job. And shoot, I've been trying to think about what to say. So I think I'll start with Troy. So Troy, it was your vote that sent me out the second time. So, and what's funny is the other nominee, Missy, wasn't even there at the time. So I guess my question to you is, was there like a main reason why you chose me instead of Missy? Like, did you like connect more with her than with me? Or like, what was the main reason behind that?
Okay. Well, honestly, I connected with both of you like on the same level. I wasn't very like me and her didn't connect that much either. But me and her had this like we talked about it like a day before or something like that, and we were like talking about how we would like try to save each other if we were all on the block together, like with that vote, the wheel of our vote. And you know, I decided to save her. Also, you were like I think you were more of a threat like in challenges. Plus, you had like the same connection, so it's kind of like, who am I gonna do? But honestly, you kind of ate that, and you had a good storyline. If you made to the end, you had like you got eliminated, you came back, like which I did on my season. I got me 2 votes. So, I mean, it was kind of you were both like equally to me, like kind of.
All right, I like that. That's a good answer. Thank you. And Tim, we managed to connect. We managed to like talk a little bit more than we did after I came back. But like I said, I didn't really do that good. So my question to you is, we were able to like talk a little bit more, would we be able to like maybe work something together, or was it a lost cause considering I was in an alliance that was just basically falling apart?
Oh no, for sure. I give everyone a fair chance. My alliances are based on my social connections. Like if we had a good social connection, yeah, of course I'll work with you. But like you said, we both were kind of like inactive at the same time. We didn't really get to connect. But if we would have really connected and have a good social game together, then I definitely could have saw myself working with you.
Okay, well, I mean, like, you know, I do plan on coming back whenever I can, so there's always opportunities before, and there may be other opportunities, but yeah, so boys, congratulations. My vote is still up in the air, so I am now going to sit back and listen to the other jurors' questions, and from there, that's when I will make my final decision. So congrats to you boys. Making it to the end, as we all know, is very hard to do. And yeah, best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, straight from Tristan, we're gonna bounce to checking my numbers. It looks like Gianna. So Gianna, if you would like to come on camera or whatever, you may start. Or well, are you ready, Gianna?
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm not. I don't know why I was gonna let you. Yeah, I'm now ready. And 3, 2, 1, you may go.
All right, congrats to the both of you. I wish I was here more. Just the fact that I was in the LRG, that really threw me. That kind of really threw me for playing this game. But I'm still glad I was able to play with the both of you. I feel like we did kind of have some connections in the beginning or what have you. But I know a lot of it was kind of like my fault and why, I got out when I did or what have you. With that being said, I'm the one that likes to ask the fun questions because I feel like everybody else is going to give you them big, hard hitting game questions. So I'm going to be the fun one here. I want you both to pick a favorite movie character or TV character that you feel you resemble. And I want you each to pick one from me and why. I want to see what kind of connections we have. So whoever wants to go first.
Tim, do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I need like time to think. That was like a good question. I need time to think.
Girl, I'm trying to remember what I said last time.
Go with something else.
What do I look like? Anyway, whew. I'm trying to think of like,
Are you talking about like in terms of Survivor characters or just like any?
Any and all, whatever you feel is gonna be easier for you to answer. But you can do Survivor if you want to.
I'm trying to. I don't think I look like any like. Somebody told me I look like that twink
Who
from
do you relate
Heartstopper.
to?
Yeah, who do you feel relate to? You don't have to look like them. Just who you relate to. Who do you feel you have like same kind of personality? Who do you feel you fit?
Patty Bladell from Insatiable.
I love that show.
I did too. I was so sad when they canceled it. I was like, no. But I don't know why. I love her. Like her competition. Like she like always wouldn't do the best in the pageants, but she would always end up winning because everyone died. So I'm hoping that Tim don't die. But just... And what was that girl that she had beef with? You remind me of that one girl from the show. I can't remember who was Nani's little girlfriend, who was a reporter. You remind me of her because y'all are like both like iconic.
Thank you. What about you, Tim? We have 3 minutes.
For myself, I feel like I relate most to Nina Dobrev from The Vampire Diaries because she's like a queen and I love her so much. And for you, you kind of remind me of my best friend at home. Just you guys both have like the same energies and yeah, that's just who you remind me of. It's real. I feel like we could be very good friends outside of here.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right. Thank you both. I wish you all the best of luck. I have no idea who I'm going to vote at this point. So I'm going to listen to the rest of the questions and see what happens. But good luck to you both and love you both.
Why don't Kaylee better ask you?
All right. Next up, we have the infamous, the instigator of thy chaos, Kaylee. Kaylee, are you ready?
I'm so ready, but I'm not coming on camera today because I look homeless. I cut my own hair. It's a long story.
Oh my lord, Kaylee, you're a mess.
I'm not.
And 3, 2, 1, you may go.
Hi, boys. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to see both of you here. Like, you both played very different games, I feel like, but very good games. And so you both deserve this spot. I have 2 questions per person, so we'll get right into it. My first questions are for Tim. Can you highlight a moment where you had to make a difficult decision between loyalty to an ally and advancing your own game?
It would definitely be like at the end when it was just me, you, Troy, David, and Ashton left. Like it was obvious that we were all working together the entire season. And when I won all 3 of those challenges, it was really tough for me because I didn't think I'd have to make those decisions. I considered you guys all allies, but the ones that I would say that were a tough decision was definitely you or David. I grew really close to you guys, and a flaw in my game, I usually tend to like ride it out with people that I really trust and stuff. But this time I kind of reinvented my game and I told myself this is Legends, and if you have a shot, you have to take it. So that's a time when I did that, was when I got you and David out.
I would agree. Good job.
I know, I'm
Um,
sorry. I was like sobbing that entire night.
Oh, please. One thing you should know about me, we'll talk later, but I am definitely a game move is a game move. So I love you. The next one is describe your biggest regret or mistake in the game other than the one you just mentioned and how you learned from it and moved forward.
I really don't know if I have any regrets. I mean, I feel like I stayed true to the people that I wanted to for as long as I could. For a regret is, I don't know, I just feel like that just final was brutal. Like, I know you told me not to name that, but it was just so brutal, and I don't regret doing it, but I regret that I had to make that decision because that's so hard, and I'm a very
Right.
emotional person, and I don't like doing that. Sorry, my throat.
You're
Uh,
fine.
I don't like doing that stuff. I mean, it's a game, obviously, and I have to do what I have to do, but it really does hurt me.
I think you answered it very well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My next two questions are for Troy. Troy, how do you think the jury perceives your authenticity and your genuineness compared to your competitor?
Wait, I don't like.
So
Do I think
I
I'm
don't know
more
how
real?
else to phrase it. I'll just give you my next question because I don't know how else to phrase that one. Can you provide examples of instances where you successfully manipulated or influenced the house dynamics to your advantage?
It probably be right before the finale night. I was kind of just like talking to everyone, trying to get like everyone to a point where they all wanted me in the finale with them, which I kind of think they were wanting me too, but as it is. But I was like talking with everyone, and I was really talking with like Melissa, and I was like working on her. So when she like kind of gave up, I was kind of like, but it was kind of like, so literally, I don't think anyone was really gonna send me home except maybe Ashton, who knows. But I really worked so like nobody really wanted me to send me home.
Okay,
But
so you're saying your social game is how you manipulate it? Like, how did you manipulate people using your social game?
oh, okay.
Like, what kind of deals did you make?
Girl, when me and Kalani had that little beef and like, oh shit.
I got 1 minute. Go.
Me and Kalani, when we were beefing, like I actually did tell her we were gonna work together, to be honest.
Okay.
But I just on her own.
All right. I have one last question for both of you. If you were a crayon, what color would you be and why?
Blue.
Why?
Because I'm sad.
Tim, what about you?
I'd be like the whole fucking rainbow because I'm just a ray of sunshine. Like, I'd be the whole fucking rainbow.
Oh, homosexual.
Snap. Okay, thank you. I don't have any time left, I'm sure. So I love you both and congratulations. I really don't know where my vote's gonna go, honestly. So I'm waiting for those final speeches and give me the rest of the tea. That's all I want.
Thanks, Kaylee.
All
Love you
right.
both.
From Kaylee, we go to the other icon, David. David, are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
First off, I want to say congratulations to you two. I love you both. I am very proud of both of you for getting to this point. And, I'm going to be happy for either one of you, regardless of who wins. I think that both of you are really deserving. And in these games, there's, like 3 things that are commonly looked at: social game, strategic game, challenge game. Troy, I think you killed your social game. I think you were on top of it with everyone for the most part, as far as I know. And you're so likable, and you get people to like you and trust you, and that helps further yourself in the game. And I think you really succeeded with that. Tim, I think you killed comps and strategic game. You knew when you needed to win comps, and when you did win those comps, you weren't afraid to make moves. I know, like you mentioned, you took out Marvin, you took out me, you took out Kaylee, which are 3 winners. So I definitely be proud of yourself for that. I think you played phenomenally in terms of what you were dealt with. Speeding things up, I have 2 questions for Troy. Name a moment in the game where you were kind of selfish and you tried to, make things happen for your own game.
For my own game, it was probably the week when Alex went, I think, a week before Alex went home or something like that. It was something with Alex. And I remember a lot of people just kept on trying to like let Alex squeeze by. And I was kind of like, no, Alex gotta go. It's for me. I don't trust him at all. He's being sneaky. I just didn't want it in there with me. So I was working my booty off trying to get everyone to want him out, and I did that. So and that
Okay.
was for me. I don't really care about it. That was for my own sanity.
Amen. My next question is, if you were in Tim's shoes on finale night from Final 6 onward, what would be the elimination order if you had like all the soul votes to flatline?
Okay. So Final 6 onwards, it would
Yeah.
probably, I love Gianna, but we like weren't that close this season. I love you though. But it would probably be GG6 still. 5th, it would probably be, honestly, probably you or Kaylee, because I'm not like stupid. But and then probably Ashton would probably be like 4th, and then the other one of you too, because I'd probably take Tim also. But yeah, I loved all of y'all. I was kind of like, it would probably mix and match. I probably don't know if I would actually do it, but I don't know. We'll see. We never seen, so I was like, really, I could not do it.
Okay. And then Tim, I think Kaylee kind of stole my question here, but maybe if you have time to think on it, you may be able to come up with an answer. But like, what is one thing that you think that you could have done better like in this game?
I feel like I could have done better with my social game. I mean, obviously, I was social with like you guys, but one thing I find myself doing is if I'm in like a clear majority, I don't take the time to speak to the people that are guests on the bottom or the people. And that honestly could bite you in the butt, like especially when you're on a jury where you're facing a jury. Like, for example, if it was all flipped and there's just people that I didn't talk to, it could really bite me in the ass. And I definitely need to do better on my social game with the people like that are on the bottom.
Okay, and then from like Final 7, like before we even got into the night, what you had like planned before, like kind of like a mental note of how you expect things to go, did it go like exactly how you wanted it to?
Oh yeah, it went exactly how I wanted it to. No offense. I love you though. But I was true with getting Melissa and Gigi out first. And I wanted to stay true to the alliances until we absolutely couldn't. And then how it went is exactly how I wanted it to go.
Okay, perfect. So I'll wrap it up here. Again, I'm so proud of both of you. Love you both. I wish you could both win, but unfortunately, only one can win. So in your closing speeches, make sure you own your game. Make sure you pin out like every little thing that you did in the game. Make sure you mention that. Let everyone know who doesn't know, because our alliance may know a little bit more, but the others may not know exactly what you did. So make sure you own up to it, and push yourself, campaign for yourself as best as you can. So love you both and good luck.
All right, and finally, we will go to Ashton. Ashton, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, you can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, guys. Congratulations, you two. I'm so happy. But honestly, you hearing this shit, Tim? Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't know who to vote for." Girl, I think you should have took me to the final because it'd be an easy vote. Everybody like hates me. What the? It would be a lot easier for you to win if you took me. But congratulations. Sorry I'm darker than usual. I'm dog sitting. I have a dog sleeping right next to me, and there's one sleeping over there. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm just kind of tired here. So I really don't have much for you guys, but congratulations. And if I do have a question though, it's kind of silly, but if you guys had to like pick something to eat tomorrow, like fast food, what would you get for dinner?
Oh my gosh, I would get Raising Cane's. I
That's
love
probably all I got. But yeah, what would you pick?
I couldn't eat wings; it makes me puke. But I'd probably, I'd probably eat like a Big Mac with like extra fries and a Coke.
Okay,
I'm big.
sounds good.
Pam, I didn't hear you answer, so you might want to reiterate what you said.
Oh, I
Yeah,
said Raising Cane's. Do we not know what that is?
What is it?
I know what Cane's is.
Raising
That's
Cane.
that good shit.
Facts.
That sounds good too.
We don't
It's
have
like-
that up here.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of like a better version of KFC, but it's not KFC.
That's
Mm.
amazing.
Like a Rallies?
It's better than Chick-fil-A. It's chicken. but
What?
It's better than Chick-fil-A.
What are your
Uh-uh.
thoughts on Chinese food, guys?
Oh, I can't do Chinese food.
No?
Me and Darcy had a whole conversation about Chinese food. That's why I wanted to keep her.
Oh
So-
shit.
During COVID, all I would do is get takeout Chinese, and
Oh.
for some weird reason, I got COVID, and after it, I tried to get Chinese, and I literally gagged. I couldn't eat it.
Oh no.
It was so weird. It's so weird how after you get COVID and you crave something, you just don't like it anymore. It's the same thing with peanut butter for me. I can't eat peanut butter. Like
Yeah.
if someone opens a jar of peanut butter and they're 20 feet away from me and I smell it, I will literally gag and puke in the toilet.
Wow. That's insane. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for your info. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Good
Oh,
luck,
thanks,
guys. It's a hard decision because you guys are both awesome, and I still, again, I don't know who I want to vote for either. It's gonna be a tough one, guys. But I don't know. I feel like it might be pretty close. But good luck. And
Thank
I'm
you.
done. Let's get this shit over with. I gotta go to bed. I'm fucking tired.
After all jurors are complete, we now move into final speeches. Again, the order will be Tim, then Troy. Tim, when you are ready, please let me know. You will have 5 minutes to deliver a final speech.
I'm ready.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
So basically, just to close it up, I think I should win because I feel like I got the main targets out of the house. I wasn't afraid to make a move when I wanted to. And yeah, that's basically why I wasn't afraid. And Ashton, to also like clarify, the reason why I didn't take you is because I'm not scared. If I'm gonna win, I wanna deserve the win. I want to go up against someone that if I win, I want to feel good about. I don't want to take the easy route. I just want to take a route that if I win, I want to feel proud of it, not just because I brought someone along that isn't like deserving. I don't know if that's what you were referring to yourself as, but yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. It was an honor to play this season with you guys.
Oh, mine was like almost 2 pages long.
Oh,
Right.
you're
Read
Troy,
it.
Troy, are you ready?
But a lot of this stuff I already talked about because in the question.
Read it.
Okay,
Um,
read it. Are
what
you
is he-
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, moving on to my closing speech. You guys should vote for me because I have grown from being an immature boy saying, let's lie to these hoes, to a loyal player who tried to keep it real with everyone and play a game I could be proud of. Going more into depth into the game, I started the season by making a trio, which he already talked about, but I'll talk about it again. David and Tim called the Robros, which sooner or later included Kaylee. Early on, we always stayed on the same page. We would always tell each other what we thought in VC and spread what we thought wanted to other players. I made sure to put my opinion in and try to get what would benefit me the most. I'm gonna move on into stuff that I had to do, like being the lone wolf for Tristan. I felt extremely bad about it, but out of the two, Tristan just seemed like more of a threat towards me relationship wise. I worked really hard with my bonds with everyone, so when the finale came, no one would want to send me home, which is why I threw the roast challenge because I feel like that would have ruined my position. I had an extremely strong alliance called the Best Gen, which I was extremely loyal to. I love them all a lot. I talked. I'm gonna talk more about individual people and how I felt playing with them. Darcy, I love Darcy. I actually put my neck out for her a few times to try to save her, but eventually there was not much I could do to save her. Cordell, I originally thought I would never see myself getting close with Cordell, but the season I actually bonded with him a lot. After he lied about voting Gigi or whatever, I did not know if I could trust him anymore, but I was not as mad as everyone else was, like Tim and Dave. If I could trust him, sorry, I read that. But he knows that me voting him was like he's a really strong competitor. Tristan, I felt so bad for you, bro. Like you really got no breaks. I'm sorry for voting you, but out here threat storyline wise and had an amazing I already read that. I said that earlier. But I'm moved to Gigi. Gigi, I was happy to play with you again. But due to her game that she ate, she took up more time that she could talk with us, which led to her elimination. Okay, Kaylee, David, I'm gonna put y'all together. I love you both so much. And you both really helped guide me this season, and I think you put a lot. A lot of this competition, and if I won those final comps, I probably would have gotten y'all out too. Ashton, Wiener. I think that sums that up. To sum everything up, I think you should vote for me because I'm a loyal player who worked extremely hard all season, and I know I might not have been the most flashy player ever, but I want to win so bad. I lost 7 final twos. I play so hard and feel like it doesn't really matter, but I am confident in my game. I played this is my 3rd season. I went from making it to the end and having no game to having a decent game and not making it to playing great and making it to the end. Whew. I really don't care about the money, but I just want to win. I actually plan on donating my money. I don't really want it. And honestly, my last thing is everyone loves the underdog, so that yeah. Okay, that's everything.
All right. Both final speeches have concluded. Both finalists played very different games, but very fun games and very good games. Now it is time for the jury to cast their votes for who they would like to win. In a normal order, we will go through, we will call your name one at a time, asking you to cast your vote. Please cast your vote to me on Zoom directly. Do your voting on Zoom to me. Really quick, we do want to state, Troy, Tim, we're saying this publicly just so no one can say it wasn't stated or that we lied, whatever. We will, so for the cash payment, so your Discord and your $100, we will send this, or in Troy's case, we will donate this or send it to the person on Thursday, simply because I don't get paid on a Monday, I get paid on a Thursday, so the money will be here Thursday, and I will send that to you on Thursday. Payments will be screenshotted and sent to your alumni chat, just so there is proof there that payments were sent, etc. Really quick, it is time to vote for the final season. For the final time of the season, it is time to vote. I will call you up one at a time for you all to cast your votes. We will start with Cordell. Please vote. Casey. Next up to vote is Tristan. Tristan, please vote. Next up is Gianna. Kaylee. Kaylee. Hello. Is she down? There we go. David, please vote. Yes, David. Where you said here, send it there. All right, I have the votes before someone freaks out. Ashton already sent her vote, so I have it. I have all the votes, but it is not time to reveal the vote.
Awards!
First,
Yay!
We have awards! Yeah! Let's do awards really quickly.
We can all come on camera now, right?
Yeah, sure. Until I reveal it.
So it's not just Troy on camera?
Yeah, right. Poor Troy. Troy, the only one getting all the spotlight.
Every season I forget how to present this.
Tim is here. He's just not on camera.
I know.
Don't
Well,
discount
but
it.
he's getting. I know, but Troy's the one on camera getting all the spotlight. So like, I'm not
You
discounting
just want your
him.
5 minutes of fame, is what you're saying.
Yes.
For
I
the
miss
2
being on
viewers
camera.
on YouTube. One of them being
Wow,
me.
Kaylee, that was a blow.
They're the best viewers. Thank you.
All right, guys. So really quick before I
love
do
you
the
so
words,
much.
I know you all want to comment, and I know you're going to be super excited when you get awards. Please hold the comments until the end, or questions until the end, just so we can get through this. And yeah, all right. The Impulse Legends Awards. Your hosts this season were myself, Casey, and Scarlett. And yeah, really quick, let's go through these awards, shall we?
We shall.
Thank you, Casey. All right, the first award tonight is going to the best alliance name, which is Sean's Victims Support Group, going to Kaylee, Melissa, David, and Marvin. The next award goes to our best strategic alliance, and I think this goes without saying. I think we all kind of assumed that it's going to the best gen, which is David, Troy, Timothy, Kaylee, and Ashton. They kind of ate. They really did. All right. Next up, we have our hero, I believe. Oh, Combeast, David, with 8 comps. David winning 8 competitions. That was wild. Congratulations. Great job, David. Slade, I believe it has to be Social Butterfly next, but I might be wrong. I don't remember the order. Fuck around, find out, I guess. All right. It is Social Butterfly. Again, it was David with 14 alliances. 14.
God
David.
damn it, David.
He's so fucking for real. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
The next is hopefully hero. Villain, our villain this season. Okay, it was Tim. The reason being was I don't have the best reason. Oh, Tim was basically he was a villain. He literally, what do villains do? They attack their people. And Tim literally eliminated each and every last one of his alliance members. Nobody helped him. Nobody stopped him. He solely did it on his own. Next, we have our hero. And the hero goes to Cordell. And you all may ask, Cordell was once a villain. Why is he a hero now? The reason, I don't care what anyone says, the reason Cordell is a hero is because he is the only person that made an effort to save Gen 1 other than Gen 2. So Cordell A.
Totally agree. Yes.
Hey,
Sorry, I had to say that.
you can't discount me.
A little.
Yeah, but who was
still,
putting in all the
Cordell
hard
really
work
did.
and got voted out? Thank you.
I had Gigi and Tristan, okay?
All All right.
I even tried to have Darcy and Melissa, but
I knew they were going home, but geez.
The next award is for rivalry, and I think we can all agree it's Ashton versus Darcy,
agreed.
which means I believe duo would be next.
That's so dumb.
Well, it's Kaylee and David. It's great. It was
Snickers.
Yeah.
Ew.
Our next award goes to most robbed pre-jury, and we're gonna go ahead and hand that
Agreed.
to Marvin.
Brad.
Marvin Loki. So for the people that said Brad, I'm gonna
I
upset.
love Brad too. Brad was robbed too.
Only
Marvin
reason,
was
and
robbed.
we were willing to give this to Brad, but because he left the server mid-season, we could not give it to Brad.
Brad.
Bradley.
Rule that we've just always had: if you quit or leave the server or and participate in some way, shape, or form, it kind of just knocks you out of the running for awards.
Fair enough.
Oh, but a season. That's why Kalani's not on here
I forgot she existed.
anywhere.
I mean,
The
fair.
word
Didn't she
would
come
be
back? No, she
for
came back.
most robbed jury, and I just believe it's Cordell.
Honestly, I agree.
I agree.
Cordell was just robbed. He was just robbed. That's all I can say.
Cordell got gang raped. Let's all be honest.
All right. Next up, I'm so lost. Casey's favorite.
You skipped your
You skipped the
That's
first
okay.
Yeah,
one.
you skipped your favorite. And it was Tim.
You gotta go back. We all saw it. Just do it.
Back, Sean. They all saw it.
Go ahead.
Whatever, fine. I'm going, I guess. Whatever. I'm better anyway, so I can go first. My favorite
Facts.
season is Troy. Troy, I'm so proud of you to see you in another finale. And just from the 3 seasons you've played, your game has changed tremendously, and you should be very proud whether you win or lose. I don't know the votes, only Sean does, but yeah, just amazing job, and you're amazing, and I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
All right. So you all seen my favorite, and I'm so excited to say officially my favorite goes to Timothy. Now, the reason Timothy is my favorite is because your bitch loves a good little story. And let me just tell you really quick Tim's story. Tim's story consisted of being a first boot, the first time he ever stepped foot in Impulse. He came back because we deemed him legendary. For whatever reason, we deemed him legendary. He comes back, and he goes to the end, and he may or may not win it all. From being first boot to coming to a finalist, that is fucking wild. And the storyline is my favorite. I love it. So therefore, I love Timothy, and Timothy is now my favorite this season.
Woo.
Moving from mine and Casey's favorites, we will go into the best jury segment. We believe that during the jury segment, Kaylee performed the best.
She gave me them
thank
fuck
you.
ass questions. What the hell was I supposed to answer though?
Oh,
Right, like what the hell?
Come
All
on
right.
now. I had
nerve.
good questions.
that nerve.
Freaking
Our
Timothy had
next
good questions.
award goes to our best final speech, and we believe that Troy delivered the best final
Agreed.
speech, only because one
Tim
was
didn't
just
have
short
one.
and to the point, and then one we felt more explained and over exaggerated their game, which is what you want. Next award is for our most overrated player, which is Marvin. Marvin was the most overrated player simply because we do, if y'all don't know, which you all should because you've all played Impulse before, we do predictions every season typically. And well, me and Casey had high hopes in Marvin, and
We both have him in our final 2.
That's
great
cute.
job for ruining
Wait,
that.
what was I
Marvin.
predicted
Yeah, that
as?
was really cute.
Oh, Marvin was never gonna make it that far. Sorry.
No.
No.
Oops.
Y'all just
Our
nerdy.
next award should go to most underestimated player. Or yeah, most underestimated player of the season, which is Tim. Tim, you got first boot the first time you played.
Agree.
And so me and Casey figured you weren't going to do well. We ranked you really low in the predictions. And well, here you are sitting in the final 2. So we
Damn.
I mean, honestly, I thought he did great on his first season. He literally just got put up against Kaylee, and who's staying against Kaylee?
Right.
Hey, I mean,
That's a
you're
good thing.
No,
No,
it's just
hey.
girl.
All right.
He's like, hey,
Next
girl.
award goes to our move of the season, and it is obviously
Mhm.
taking Kaylee and David out of
back to back.
and the finale back to back. Yes. The dumb move of the season, or worst move of the season, is Kaylee and David allowing all of Gen 1 to get voted out. I feel like the reason I gave this to that is I feel that if they would have allowed Gen 1 to come into their group of those two, I think they would have just had people that had no one that would be willing to work with them. And then knowing Kaylee and David's comp skills, they could have then taken Gen 1 out. But they took Gen 1
And
out.
then Cordell would still be in.
Yeah.
What sense does that make for us though? We had an
Yeah.
alliance with our Gen 2.
I get that. I understand that. I don't. Clearly, Gen 2 didn't have your back.
Oh, you
I
think
mean-
Gen 1 would have too?
Gen
had
2
everyone's
had
back.
my back, or Gen 1 had my back.
Yeah, but I say Gen 2 didn't
Right.
have y'all's back because y'all'd be at the finale, or y'all'd be in the final two if they had your back.
Well, it did come down to Tim winning every single comp in the finale.
I was gonna say we were in the
That
finale.
is- so, like if I mean things could
I'm
have
in
been
the
very
final two.
different if David or Kaylee won. I just feel like their chances would have been better if they had some Gen 1 people left intact at the end game. Right there at that front line where they went instead. But it happens. It's okay.
I'll be honest, I wanted Tristan or Gigi to be in the end, like
I was
closer to the
trying.
end.
I couldn't help that LRG. I was trying.
But
Yeah,
neither
I
one of
tried
you were
all I
good for
could
David.
to kind of boost my game, and unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Well,
All right.
neither one of you were good for David, so I kind of had to make the choice to, I had to stick by my final
Oh,
two.
not
which was my
that,
Boo
but
Bear.
I see,
Okay,
Kaylee, I
that's
see how it
alright.
is. I thought we were final two. Wait a minute.
Okay, listen.
Wait, Kaylee.
Not another time.
Our next award goes to the player of the season. And we felt that the player of the season was Tim. I just felt like it was, Tim did fantastic. And that brings us to the end of the
That's
cycle.
making me feel marvelous.
All right. So,
Well,
congratulations, Tim and Troy. It is now that time. Why am I pinned? Fuck my life. All right. It is now that time where one of you will win the season. Second.
I'm so excited. I really don't know how this is gonna go.
I don't know either. Could go either way.
I know the jury's so split. I love you both. I think you both should be very proud of what you did and why you're there. You both should
Yeah.
be very
I
proud.
mean, as someone who got second place last time they played Impulse, I know what it's like to come close enough to where you feel like you could get it, but then you just fall short. Because I was 2 votes away. Like, I lost by 2 votes last time, so. But second place is nothing to spit at, so.
Facts. I had fun. This was a good season, Sean, Casey.
Yes.
This was a fun
I love
season. Thank you so much.
No, this was really good. This may have been my worst one placement wise, but I had a lot more fun this time.
Thank you for not putting the revive power in.
No, I wanted that power. Thank you.
That power.
No.
Then I would have fucked all you bitches up.
I mean, Chandler got it and still lost, so didn't do much.
I mean, that's because he, like you said,
He
he
fumbled.
was up against me. Thank you. And I'd like
And
to
look
now
at me.
announce my retirement from Impulse as a player to Prod. Thank you.
Well, you're not gonna be like Josh. You come back every season.
Not unless Sean makes
I
me.
applied for Prod, and I guess Sean didn't think I was good enough.
We don't like you, Ashton. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Ashton.
I'm very sad.
Don't be sad.
Going be
All right,
safe.
I got everything I need. I will now reveal the winner. Please, jurors, go off camera. And it is time to reveal the votes for the final time this season. The person with the most votes will be the winner. Let's reveal the votes, shall we?
We shall.
Let's go.
Good luck, Timatron.
By a vote of four to three, originally 3-3. It did indeed tie. We have the tie broken. It's now 4-3. The winner of Impulse Legends. Congratulations, Troy. You have won this season.
Yeah, baby.
Good game.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I just want to
We
say,
got-
Tim, I don't want to take away from Troy's moment, but real quick, Tim, you
I
played
knew
such
it was
a
gonna be so
phenomenal fucking game. Like,
Yes.
you should absolutely be proud of yourself. And I mean, Troy will be mad at me, but you were my vote.
You were my
but I
vote
am
too,
very
Tim.
glad to see Troy
Really?
win.
Really quick, we have Troy from Cordell, Troy from Tristan, Tim is Gigi, Kaylee is Tim, Ashton was Troy, David was Tim. Before we got to a final tie, because there was two jurors not here, we contacted both of them. One of them voted in time. That person was Missy. Missy cast the winning vote for Troy. In the event that Darcy would have voted, we would have then went to Brad, who would have voted 10. So, but Missy did vote, and the rules do state that we go to the jury first, then the pre-jury, and then on up to nothing if it would have continued to tie. When a tie, because we would only use one jury.
Congratulations, Troy.
Way
Really
to go,
quick,
Troy.
there are a couple things I must do before. If you want to stay for this, you can. You don't have to. I have to rank the winner. So Troy, this is rough. This is rough.
If you put him ahead of me,
This is rough. I didn't think how hard
you're
this.
gonna make me play again.
I think.
That should help you,
Why
Sean.
does Troy
What-
look like he lost? Boy, you better smile or something.
Because it feels like I got like a consolation prize. Like you don't actually think
How'd
I
you get a
deserve to win.
consolation
So
prize? It was
I
tied.
thought you did.
Yeah, it was tied.
It was fucking tied, motherfucker.
We are going
You
to
earned it.
insert. We are going to insert Troy and the third place slot between David and Kaylee.
Oh,
Sorry.
you did that on purpose.
I did not. I was debating putting him above David, but I.
I mean, at the beginning of the season, he said if I won, I'd be at the top. So
No, I'm very proud of you.
Now I must rank this season. Y'all almost tanked your season ranking, and then jurors decided to actually show up, which was great. Oh, this one's really hard. I think for this being the season it was, we'll give you. I'm kind of sad that it has to go here, but there's reasons. Legends will rank 8th on the rankings. So not
Wow.
one. The reason being that we ranked it kind of low is one, we had a lot of drawback. We had a quit. The quit did bring it down, of course. Quits always bring it down. And then we had like a really huge drawback with jury, and that was really scary. And then activity ranged. It was good, and then it was bad, and then it was good, then it was bad. So it was kind of all over the place. It was very mid in that sense. Now, was the season good in style and gameplay? Yes, which is why it's not lower than it is. Any really quick for all of you, if any of you have any questions about your game or somebody else's game, please ask them now.
Yeah, mine. Obviously, I always ask you.
Well, the obvious, I think.
I want to see your face though. You gotta come and tell me this with your chest. Thank you.
I think, okay, Kaylee, I think you played a good game. I just feel David was low key your kryptonite. I
was.
feel like you were too close to David, and I feel
was.
like you put all your effort into David and not enough effort around everyone else. I feel like you focused on that connection with David, which isn't a bad thing. It's just at the end, you didn't have that connection with Tim. You had it with David, and David didn't win any comps, whereas Tim did. Otherwise, I think if you or David could have won more comps in the finale, I think you two could have made it to the end, or you could have made it to the end. But I don't think you played a bad game. I think you played like an upper tier game, like not even mid. I think you were one of the best players we had this season.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Brad,
I was very loyal to Tim, and all those who else I had final twos with, don't be mad.
Brad, I knew you.
Oh no, super mad because that's like what the 4th time you've done did that shit to me.
Brad, I knew you had questions, so if you want to ask a
I
question.
think the preacher that got robbed, I think, was Brad instead of Marvin. I think he got like.
He said the only reason Brad didn't get it was because he left the server. Bradley.
Yeah.
Bradley.
To be fair, I was pretty pissed about what happened, which is why I'm going to ask it, Tristan. Why wasn't me when I wasn't really a threat? I would have taken out like David or Kaylee. No offense.
No, we were waiting. We were both
smart,
waiting.
you would have done that.
I had
So-
a feeling that somebody was going to
Kaylee, you were
ask me
safe,
that.
babe.
And
I'm gonna-
I like to be. Yeah, I'll let you go and answer. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only answer I have is the same reason why I got voted out the first time. It was because it was due to communication. Like, we did talk a little bit, but I just had more of communication with all the others. And so if I had even a chance of trying to do better than I did before, I figured I try to like go with the people that I talk to more. So that's all I could think of. I'm sorry, man.
So not gonna lie, Tristan, you had everybody like assuming that you were about to take out a winner. Period.
Yeah,
we
we
thought
definitely
you
thought you
would
were
have
gonna
been
take out
smart as
David.
hell and took out David, the winner.
That's
I
why
didn't
David
even
flushed
know
his
all of the
idol.
winners. Like, I mean, I knew Kaylee won, but I did not know that David won.
I have a
He
question.
literally just won the last.
David just won.
I haven't even been catching
No,
up
yeah.
in the last few
Any other
seasons.
questions?
I have a
His
question.
name said
Water
first
idol.
in it. His name's literally David First.
Tim, what was your question?
Wait, Tristan, if you didn't drag Brad, who would you have dragged?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Remember,
Yeah,
Troy and I
Where
were
was
saying.
him?
I low-key think
Okay.
it's gonna be me. I was freaking the fuck out. I was
Oh,
pinging
babe. I told you to shut up because I
production.
knew it wasn't gonna be you.
I was pinging production to give my whatever visiting idol or whatever to Troy because he was safe and wanted him to play it on me because then you couldn't go around and drag Troy's ass.
I didn't want to use it, like, to be honest.
Oh shit.
I probably would have
So-
been nice, but I don't think I actually would have wanted to. I was trying to like a little sneak by though in that time.
So who would I have dragged if it wasn't Brad? I think the only one I could think of at the time, maybe Cordell. Just because we didn't have much of a connection, but we did like connect after I came back, and we had an alliance.
That was
so-
you though, because I messaged multiple times. So
That
I've
was
been
my
just as mad
fault.
as
Yes.
Brad.
This is why I have a hard time in
Could've
some of these
thought
games
about-
because of my lack of communication, and I blame it all on me having 2 jobs.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I want to know what you think about David's game.
David's game. Well, I think.
I want to see your face with this one too. Come on.
And then answer about me
Say it
next.
with your chest.
Um,
You knew I was gonna ask. Hi, Casey.
She's busy finishing the cast or the voting chart, I'm pretty sure. David, I wanted more from David. He was too connected to one person, in my opinion. I feel like David had more of an influence than Kaylee, but I feel like he had all his chips on Kaylee. Like, I think he was banking on him and Kaylee making it to the end from my POV. I also I don't know. I feel like David was, again, too aligned with one person rather than being aligned with more than one person and having backup opportunities to get to the end. And again, I think the Gen 1 thing was terrible. I think
Who made that up?
Was
Who
wild.
made that? It spawned one
That
week. I was like,
the Gen War came from supposedly Gigi voting me out.
Yeah, no. Wait. Yeah, that was confused because
But then Gen 2 pushed the ever living shit out of it.
girl, that was
David, you
Tim.
look
I
like-
mean,
Gen
it
War.
worked.
I pushed it to Tim, and then Tim went with it.
I know he was like he ran a whole mile with that.
All I
Yeah.
know is Gigi and I were cool as shit, and everybody else was like, "How dare she vote you?" And I was
Exactly.
like, "I know,
Hold
right?"
up, who did vote for Kaylee then? Because I thought it was
Gianna?
Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi.
We will post
Kinda ate that.
voting chart eventually.
Gigi did vote for me.
I did, and I even told her
But we
that.
talked about it, and
Yeah.
we were perfectly fine because I would have done the same exact thing she did. So it was me or Marvin. I'm gonna vote to keep Marvin if I'm her, because
Yeah.
he's Gen 1. So I mean, it was completely. We worked our shit out, and then Gigi, me, and Tristan had an alliance.
Yep.
I just knew that both of you were gonna go, but on the
And
hopes of if one
Maybe I
of you
should have
didn't
tried in
go.
this final challenge.
And at the same time, I was in another game with Marvin. I'm like, I'm not doing this. If I'm trying to have his back in both of these games, so I could not vote Marvin out.
Yeah.
So that's no reason why.
Any
Sean.
other comments or questions?
I
What do you
like
think about
how
my
he
game?
said David's game wasn't good when David was aligned with literally everybody, apparently.
And he said
Lies.
my focus was on you, which isn't true. I had something with Ashton, like I put
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of effort with Ashton, and then Tim and I had something, and then Troy and I had something, which kind of I think faded out a little
Oh,
bit.
so you were cheating on me with multiple people.
Yeah, I was.
Mhm.
Who there?
Hold
I had a
on,
connection
hold
with
on, really
Melissa.
quick. I'm muting you all. I forgot. I made a blunder. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have to do this before my mind races a million times until I do it. To officialize everything, after 16 players, 17 cardios, 10 lifelines, 8 heroes, 25 patients, 1 battle back, 21 alliances, 25 comps, and 14 advantages, and 68 votes, the winner, we now know, is Troy. You guys can continue now. Sorry.
Congratulations, Troy.
Congrats, Troy.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
should
we
be
vote
very
Megan.
proud of yourself.
I should have tried in
tried.
those final challenges because now I know that everyone didn't actually want me there because I should have tried in them. I was
Oh, I
literally
wanted you
sitting-
there.
Hmm?
You were definitely going to the end with me.
That just sounds shady because you thought you were a win against me.
Oh no, you were just going with me. Period. Because I
Oh.
wanted either you or me to win.
No,
Our final
Quick,
question.
Troy,
Tom.
she told me that too.
What do you think about my
Eh,
game, Sean?
I told you that because I tell you that in every game we play.
Tim, did you ask
Note
what I
it
thought
for
about the board
next.
game?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you played a very dominant game. I felt you, whereas for sure, Kaylee, we'll leave a question mark on David because he did have connections. I just still feel he relied on Kaylee to get to the end. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But Tim, I feel like you definitely made shots at people that needed to have shots made at them, starting with Marvin. And then we thought you were going to chill, and you did. You chilled for quite a while, making a big move. And then at the end, you started making those big hard hitting moves again, taking David, Kaylee, Gianna even. Missy was not that big of a move because she wanted voted out. But taking Gianna, David, Kaylee, and Ashton out, I think was very smart. Just knowing my perspective of Kaylee and David's relationship, and then also Kaylee and Ashton's previous relationship, I don't know that Kaylee would have taken another shot at Ashton just because she had already made that shot at
I would
Ashton.
not have.
Or
I was started talking about wanting Tim out like a while ago, and nobody heard me. So
Yeah,
I was like, get rid of Tim.
I tried.
I was like, Keith, you're doing too good, and then nobody picked it up on it. So
Oh no, I picked up on it.
Yeah.
We knew, David and I knew pretty much everything happening in the game because we were that well connected with everybody. So we knew everything that was going on. We knew every vote count. We knew who was going to go. We knew who, like, as soon as somebody won, we knew. And we banked honestly on the fact that if Tim did win, we knew we were gone. Like, at least I did. I knew I was gone because I knew that my relationship with Tim was not strong enough. And I knew that Tim being smart would get me out. I wanted you to win so that, like, we didn't have to make these choices. But yeah, I mean, I think Sean used the wrong word. I don't think David and I relied on we did for sure, because we told each other literally everything. But I would also have to say that we also had our own plans. Whereas if the other one were to get out, or we had to turn on the other one, that we could carry on. And we had talked about that as well. So like as much as, I really do agree with Sean. I think you were kind of my kryptonite. I think it would have been better for me to go with Gigi and Tristan and Cordell, honestly. But there was no way I was turning on you. So
yeah, amen. I probably would have considered it at final 3, but
yeah, it just in this game, it just wasn't going to happen. I was loyal to you 100%. It wasn't, we had locked that in day one, and I wasn't turning on it. I locked in with Cordell at the same time because I needed, again, my other half, just in case you and Cordell, there was no way I was going to turn on you either. I wasn't voting you out. I wasn't going to vote you in. And David knew that as well. So, because David and I fought about it all the time. He's like, but he's going to want me out. And I'm like,
yeah, he fought for you a lot. I'm like, no, he needs to go now.
The same with Tristan. I fought for Tristan to stay as well because I needed Tristan in the game. David did not, but I did.
Well, yeah, I love Tristan, just not on like game.
Yeah, because you're good at comps. You're a comp beast. You're a comp threat, and we knew that. I couldn't win comps because I wouldn't be able to put anybody up. So I would if I had to, but I was aligned with, as much as David was aligned, I was aligned as well. And had good connections as well. So I think we did rely on each other to an extent, but I don't think that was our entire game.
Yeah. And you had a relationship with everyone. Like, I think every single person here can say they had a connection with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, you with everyone.
Except for Bradley, because I hate Bradley.
He left.
Same.
I'm going to take one more question other than the one I got DM. So are there any other questions before I get to the DM?
How was my game? I didn't do it.
Oh, how was Troy's game?
Do you genuinely want to know about your game?
I do.
Sure, I don't really care. I already won, so what are you gonna do? Take it back?
I think you played a good game. I ranked you as high as I did because, well, you didn't. So you're below David because David's game was literally everything. He had social, strategic. He won comps. He was there. He literally had everything. He was that, and he was the best. I think your issue was that you lacked enough, or you didn't have enough comp skills, and you also weren't the most strategic at times. I felt like you kind of just, if Kaylee wanted something, or if Tim wanted something, or if David wanted something, you wanted to please them to keep them as
not
your
really Tim.
I don't think that happened all the time, but I definitely feel like you're one of those people that are a people pleaser, and you feel like you have to have the allies by making their decisions your decisions. And I feel like if you would gravitate to yourself with your allies' advice and then make moves that are better for you and not for David, Kaylee, Tim, or whoever, I think you could really exceed your game even higher and be even better. I think you have to learn manipulation tactics very, very soon to be the best you can ever be, because manipulating is kind of, people say they hate when people manipulate others, but if you're playing an org, you kind of have to know how to manipulate someone to get to the end all the time and win all the time. It's just how it happens.
I'm not good at challenges, so I never win.
Troy, he's saying next time just be that bitch.
I did it though in one other
Even
org. I
well,
didn't
even
win.
not manipulating a person,
All right,
but you
y'all.
need to
I'm
I
out.
said
manipulate
I've won some orgs
circumstances.
without manipulating nobody.
Have a good
Yeah,
night.
Gigi.
I've won orgs without manipulating anybody. I'm just saying.
Honestly, let's start lying to these hoes.
Yeah, I'm not good at manipulating people, like, and I still have won a few games.
I'm always playing my friends' games, but I think you can also maybe not manipulate people, but the situations that people are in. So whereas you want certain people to vote a certain way or this or that, there's and maybe manipulating is the wrong word, but you can adapt. You can adapt very well. And so the other side of manipulation is adapting, right? You have to be able to adapt really quickly. But Troy, I think you played a great game. I think you should be proud of yourself. I've seen you from the first season that we played together being in final two to last season
I was
becoming so much better of a
improvising that whole
player.
first season.
But then to turn around in this season, like, do you remember your final speech from 2 seasons ago?
It was literally Tim's.
Hey, thanks, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you.
I mean, I still got 2 votes
confident.
that season, so.
Well, but you were confident today. You knew your answers. You were good. You were all set. And Tim played a great game as well. Like, I don't know if he's still here, but like both of you played a great game.
Can I end this round?
Like,
I
it was definitely a tough vote.
This was my first like final tribal council where I I literally did not know what the fuck to do. Like
You
I
did
didn't even
great.
know I
You did really good.
I didn't even know I had to write a closing speech. Like
Yeah, you fumbled that a little bit, but
and Sean was like, "Did you write your closing speech?" And I'm like, what?"
Also, not the people
that's where you
are going
lost
to
me
vote
at.
me.
I'm not gonna lie. That's where you lost me at. It was the final speech. Had I gone off of speeches and questions completely, Troy would have got my vote 100%. I think he nailed it. But gameplay, you took out 3 winners, and I just don't think that can be ignored. Plus, you had the social game on top of it. I just don't think all of that can be ignored. Not saying that Troy doesn't deserve to win, because he does absolutely. But it came down to who I thought played the best game, and that for me was Tim. Not saying that Troy, you don't deserve it, because you definitely do.
Kaylee,
You played
the group
you played
chat's
a
all
great
winners
game.
now.
Huh?
All winners group chat.
Yeah, well, we have one, so
I know. I just said.
I'm gonna answer the last question, and then I'm gonna wrap up. The last question is Cordell wants to know how I felt about his game, and it's very simple. It's very easy. Cordell's downfall was, instead of staying true to Gen 2, because that's what Gen 2 wanted, he went off and he went with Gen 1, and that's his exact downfall. He went with the wrong side at the wrong time, and I just think people were mad, upset that he wavered his support to Gen 1 when they were
mad because I played my game.
Gen 2, and they
I wasn't
wanted to
mad.
stay Gen 2 strong. And Cordell wasn't willing to be Gen 2 strong. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's what led to his downfall, truly.
I would have been playing other people's games, and I didn't want to play other people's games if I had stuck with Gen 2 fully. I wasn't going to turn on everybody in Gen 2, but everybody assumed that they were all the targets after that. And then they all, pounced on me, because why have somebody play a different game when you're not conforming to what they want? So
it's true. I think you could have split us, though.
I was trying, but none of you would actually take my side.
I think had you not had that vote mix up, I think if you had recovered, if there was a way to recover better, because they all definitely pounced. But I think you could have drove a wedge between it, because we were starting to crack a little bit. But that right there had sealed your fate. Like, it was done after that. Like, I tried so hard to save you, and it was not gonna happen.
But did you, though? Because if there was already a wedge, y'all could have taken that opportunity to further drive the wedge and separate your own game and play your game better.
For my game, it was not. It was not better.
Was there?
It could have.
I feel like the
I think
Diamondbacks
there
were
was
always
a little
solid.
bit.
We're
No,
always
I didn't
solid.
think there was a wedge. I thought we were solid.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick to wrap things up tonight. Impulse Gen 2 Season 6. we're gonna take a little fun stroll down to the Bikini Bottom. And I, as a SpongeBob super fan, am just so happen to be super excited and cannot wait. This season will feature 3 new members of production, those 3 being Kaylee, Cordell, and David. We're considering Kaylee new because she was not on production for Legends. Therefore, she is joining the production team yet again. Therefore, she is new. Bikini Bottom will be super fun. It is going to have an interactive twist like never before. We're going to make sure the players stay active and on their toes throughout the whole entire season, through their days off and on their days on. We cannot be more excited to have the production team we have ready to go. We have the server set up in a very good way. And we'll see where things go for Bikini Bottom, because I think this Bikini Bottom may be a little crazy and full of death. Mwah. For now, from outside the Impulse house, I'm your host, Julie Chen, without the motherfucking Moonves. Good night.